So we have our little possums here, and I'm very excited because they are exploring new foods now. And well, hello guys. Hello. Hello. They are, so they've been lapping up their formula, which is great. And I'm offering them some new stuff now. So we have some applesauce in one. Do you mind? We have applesauce in one bowl, and we have a little bit of pumpkin puree in another bowl, just to kind of see what they like. So far, the applesauce definitely seems to be their preference. What I've been doing is bringing them down to one incubator to let them feast, and then I bring them to another one to let them sleep, because they get this all over them. And then what happens is, like, one will get a little bit on its body and the other ones will chase it around, licking it like crazy. So these guys weigh about 80 grams. They're pretty small, so like if I put my hand in there just to kind of show you, like, size wise, these guys are very little. So possums at this age are starting to come out of the pouch, and a lot of times people see them on mom, right? Because possums are marsupials, so they just hang out in mom's pouch until they're ready to come out. One thing a lot of people don't know about possums is that if they fall off of mom, she will not come back to get them. Possum mothers are all about the tough love. If you fall off, see you later. So if you see a possum this size, this very small one, smaller than 8 inches, that's by itself, it needs help. So it's not one of those things where you would try and reunite. It's somebody fell off mom or something happened to mom and it needs help. So another interesting fact about possums is these guys are almost immune to rabies. And I say almost because it is possible, but it's incredibly rare. They're less likely to get it than we are, because, well, there's a lot of thought as to why, but most of what I've heard is that their body temperature is much lower than most mammals, so they're just not the prime candidate for the rabies virus. So also they eat thousands of ticks every year. They also eat rodents. These guys are our friends, and I know that they can be kind of scary looking when they become adults. They have a ton of teeth, so a lot of people are pretty terrified, but they are not aggressive animals. I mean, how many times have you heard about a possum chasing somebody, right? If they get scared if you approach them, typically they play dead. They literally, it is a response they have no control over. They essentially pass out. They will froth at the mouth and make extra saliva, and they'll excrete a smell so that they can trick predators into thinking that they're already dead and rotten. So when playing possum is a real thing, they are essentially playing dead. It's an interesting fact about them. So these guys are also victims of rodenticide, not these particular ones, but we see possums that fall victim to it because any mammal that eats rodents essentially can get secondary poisoning from rodenticide, which is rat poison. When you guys see possums out there, they're our friends. They're eating ticks, they're eating mice, they're eating rats. They're scavengers. They eat dead things too. They're not aggressive. They're almost immune to rabies. You're very unlikely to see one with rabies. They're the only marsupial in the United States. They are nocturnal, and they're cute. I think they're cute. Depends, if you're using the eye of the beholder. But these guys are doing really well. If you don't know their backstory, they're 2 different groups. That both their mothers were hit by cars, and they were harvested from the pouches at a very, very young age. They're about a quarter this size, and they are old enough now where they can lap from a bull. They have a much younger sibling that was brought in. It's tiny little one. It's smaller, but it hangs out with them. See, he's about 40 grams. Not quite old enough to go on the feeding frenzies with them, though. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Give you a little adorable possum time. Get your day finished off on the right foot. And we will talk to you guys soon, I'm sure.